Chick-fil-A is not publicly traded, but more revenue generated than the two top fast food chain contenders, and they close on Sunday. Man, that is crazy, right? When you really look at like the numbers. Yo, speaking of that, I got into a conversation with some folks this week, right, on our Instagram page. I think it was like yesterday, the day before, that about Netflix. So people have this thing about Netflix, how Netflix is dying and it's over for Netflix. I had put up a post because on the 21st of September, 11 years ago, Blockbuster had posted a tweet, and I thought it was funny because it popped up in my timeline. The tweet was saying, yo, like, you know, who's leaving Netflix and sticking with Blockbuster, blah, blah, blah. So I put up a post and I was like, yo, this tweet didn't age well. And folks was in the comments like, well, Netflix is going out of business too. So it is what it is, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, the craziest part about Netflix is all they did was slow their growth down. They are still $100 billion company that made over $8 billion last quarter, right? So the idea that they're in the same space that Blockbuster is crazy.
I'm uninterested in all of the people that think Netflix is going out of business, man. Like those people. I mean,
no, but here's the thing, though. I'm not saying that they won't have struggles, right? Because again, it's going to be fiercer. It's more competition. They do have debt, but even with their debt, right? I was reading because based upon that conversation, I said, let me go look it up because my understanding, I was like, yo, they're still $100 billion value company, and they had actual revenue, and they really did. They had revenue of over $8 billion last quarter, and their debt was like close to $16 billion, but they got like $8 billion in cash, right? So you know, but. The fact of the matter is they still have a lot of subscribers. It was just it's funny how news is treated these days. And it's just interesting watching like so many people getting in the market for the first time and how they're treating stocks. Treat stocks like lotto tickets. And also like, cause every day I get a thing. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? I don't think anybody has sent me a company that makes revenue in the past like month. People always ask about these companies that make money. I'm like, yo, they don't make money. I don't even have to get into anything technical. Like, yo, does your company make money? No, leave me alone.
Yeah,
not saying that eventually they won't be a great company, but
get out of here.
I need some revenue. I didn't even say profit. I said revenue.
Revenue first.
Yeah. So GC says that he hopes that Amazon and Apple run them out of business. I don't necessarily hope they run them out of business, but I wouldn't be mad if Apple like purchased Netflix.
Those two not even the ones that's really running up their back. Disney the one that's really running up their back.
Yeah, but Amazon is on a move now. That
Monday Night Football joint that changed. I mean Thursday night.
Dog, that thing is crispy too. I was watching that. I was like, oh, it's kind of crispy over here. Like,
yeah,
right, Bezos, you got it's crispy over here. Let me find out the whole ticket coming over there. But no, YouTube as well, right? They got to be in the mix, but I wouldn't be mad if someone acquired them because the one thing I will say about Netflix is as a product, their streaming still seems to like work better than a lot of stuff.
Yes, indeed it does.
Revenue is no good if their debt overwhelms. That part is true, but they have cash on hand to take care of almost half of their debt to begin with, and they're constantly generating revenue. The only thing about Netflix is they just weren't growing as fast as they were the previous year, but they still have a quality business, and they just signed a deal, if I'm not mistaken, with like Comcast. I think it was Comcast. It's one of the cable companies where now like for like a add-on or something with the cable, you get Netflix to go with your. So they're working all kinds of like deals.
And they got add-ons with all the phone companies. They got add-ons with all the phone companies.
And, because of they went into all that debt to really build up their catalog of original content that has value as well. So, I'm not saying that like only time will tell. I don't own any individual shares of Netflix, but I just think it's interesting to call a company. At the time Blockbuster put that tweet up, they had nowhere near the revenue and or market cap that Netflix did.